Hello students, in our today's session for 7th standard mathematics, we are going to see a very interesting chapter, that is joint bar graphs. Students, you all have always seen that we see some graphs when we have to compare things, especially I think all are interested in cricket, and you all see that the scores of the two teams are compared in the form of a graph. There are different types of graphs and you all have studied graphs in standard 6. So the basic things that you should know about a graph is that we have a graph paper which has squares of 1 centimeter each. We have a graph paper which has squares of 1 centimeter, and this 1 centimeter square is further divided into a little darker line by 5 centimeter squares, which is further divided into 5 squares. So we have 100 small squares in a 1 centimeter square, and you all have to draw your graphs so that they are perfect in their measurements. So one more thing, while drawing a graph we have to take into account two lines. The vertical line is called as the y-axis and the horizontal line is called as the x-axis. The point of intersection of y-axis and x-axis, they both are perpendicular to each other, and this is a 90-degree angle that is perpendicular. It is called as the origin of the graph. The zero marking of both the axes starts from this point. The things which are to be shown are marked here, and the scores are marked on the y-axis. We will draw two graphs of two students. The scores or the graphs of two students in an examination. I will take Geeta and Sita. I will take their scores out of 50 in Marathi, Hindi, English, Maths and Science. We have taken 5 subjects. Geeta got 45 marks in Marathi. Sita got 40 marks in Marathi. Geeta scored 50 marks in Hindi. Sita scored 40 marks in Hindi. Geeta scored 40 marks in English. Sita scored 43 marks in English. Geeta scored 35 marks in Maths. Sita scored 50 marks in Maths. Geeta scored 40 marks in Science. Sita scored 48 marks. If we draw a graph of Geeta's marks, we will draw the y-axis, x-axis, Marathi, Hindi, English, Maths and Science. We will take 1 centimeter for 10 marks, and 20, 30, 40, 50. We have to write the scale over here on y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 10 marks. Now, she has scored 45 marks in Marathi. She has scored 50 marks in English, 40 marks. $35. And again 40. So this is Geeta's marks graph. In the same way, we will draw a graph showing Sita's marks. One centimeter is equal to 10. 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Marathi, Hindi, English, Maths and Science. She had scored 40 marks in Marathi. Again 40 marks in Hindi. $43 marks in English. $50 marks in Maths. And 48 marks in Science. You all have shown or drawn this type of graphs in standard 6. But today we are going to see that can we draw both of these graphs together. Yes, once again we will draw these two graphs together, and this is called as a joint bar graph. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 marks. Marathi, Hindi, Maths, English and Science. Geeta's marks in pink color. And Sita's marks in blue color. Ten. Geeta has scored 45 marks in Marathi. Geeta has scored 40 marks in Marathi. Now, again Geeta has scored 50 marks in Hindi. Geeta has scored 40 marks in English. Sita has scored 43 marks in English. "35 marks in maths and 50 marks in maths." We can show the same thing for science. Marathi, Hindi, English, Maths and Science. 40 and 48. So, in this way, you all have to remember some things while drawing a graph. You all have to use a scale. You all have to count the squares perfectly, and the bars should be of same width, and length will be according to their scores. Here we have a different graph for Geeta and Sita, but we can draw this together, which can be called as a joint bar graph, and we can understand that how you can draw these graphs, and it would be very easy for reading or expressing, for comparing two things. A joint graph is very necessary for comparing. Here we have compared marks of two students. You all can also compare rainfall in 1 year, second year, or yield, that is शेतामध्ये येणारा उत्पन्न एका वर्षी आलेला दुसऱ्या वर्षी आलेला असं चित्र स्वरूपात असेल तर आपल्याला कंपेअर करायला खूप सोपं जातं. कोणत्या वर्षी इन्कम सारखी होती हे पण आपल्याला लगेच लक्षात येतं. तर I hope you all can understand how to draw these graphs. So try to draw many graphs from your practice set. Best of luck for drawing these graphs, and don't forget to like and subscribe PVM e-learning channel. Thank you.